Are the price is dropping in Ayden, North Carolina?
We're going to get to all of that and more, but first, let's hit it. Hi, it's Ellen Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Honestly, call text all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Do not be shy. Also, don't forget to grab our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below. And with that, let's answer your question about Ayden.
Exactly. Therefore, we wanted to look at the housing market in Ayden and see how the price is going on. Are the buyers are motivated? The sellers are motivated? What's going on? And that's why stay tuned with the channel to figure out what's going on.
Right, so basically I'm going to give you, when we get into all those numbers, the key answer to Ayden is that there's a lot of new construction in your town. Just 100%, lots of new construction going on there. Now with that, let's talk about this inventory. 43 active homes in the last month at the filming of this video, 11 pending. What about the month before that?
A month before that, in July, we had 35 homes active and 20 houses under the contract.
But when we compare it to last year, what do we got?
And the last year we have 25 homes active and 12 homes under the contract. That brings us to the inventory that we had 7.1% decrease from the last year to this year, August, that we have the data.
We had 72% more homes, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so anyway, but we have a active plus pending is an increase of 46%. Sorry, 46% of new homes are added there. Sorry. And then, but if we look at active plus pending divided by the recently sold, we get a down and dirty number of how much inventory is in the market right now. And with that, for this one, 45 plus 13, 45 divided by 13, is 4.15 months of supply. What about the previous month?
I don't know why my wife talked about the math, but really the inventory last month was 3.67, and last year this time was 2.64, which brings us that we have inventory of 57.2 increase actually.
Right. Again, that's a lot of inventory, but again, the answer is there's a lot of new construction happening in Ayden.
Exactly.
That's what's going on. It's a market that's in transition. August 23, don't forget, when you have new construction, this means that it goes from days when it's dirt all the way until it's sold. So days on the market for August was 87 days.
Exactly. And then the last month before that was 51, and last year this time was 8. That is huge difference. And again, this is another factor. There is a market, how market is fast or slow. And that's saying that we're going to go to the next one in the list, that really listing price that you as a seller wishing for to have for your house.
Right, and you can see when we get to these numbers compared to last year, this is where there's a big difference. So median list price in August of 2023, $295,990. The sale price for this month was $295, so they were almost similar. What about the previous month?
And the previous months we had $309,900 for the sale price and $325 for the sold price.
The sale price.
I mean, the first one was the list price, and the second one was the sold price.
And then if you look at last year, we see $329,900 for the list price, but we see the sales price of $175, which means there's a huge number there. And what's really happened? A lot of new construction. And we're going to really kind of go into the numbers of how much if you're buying new, what you're going to pay per square foot, and if you're buying pre-owned, what we typically buying for that, or if you own a home.
Therefore, this way you have really an understanding and dirty number of the how much per square foot worth that house that they listed in the market.
Right, so new homes right now in Ayden, they do not have townhomes and they're not building condos. It's a small town. They're building single family homes, not duplexes or anything like that. And that is $194 a square foot for all homes in Ayden.
And if you are looking at the all home pre-owned, we are looking at $132.
And that's the same for Ayden, because there's no really condos and townhomes or duplexes or anything like that, because it's a small town. 5,000 people with a lot of incoming. So there were 5 price reductions last month, and then what's the sold to listed rate?
And sold to listed ratio actually increased 44%, and we have sold 26 to 18. That was the ratio, basically.
Right. So now when we look at monthly supply and what they have in Ayden, we see that there is currently in August 2023, which just happened, so that's what we can look at, even though it's the beginning of September, there was 8.1 months of supply. But however, when his previously owned home, there was only 0.7 months of supply.
Wow.
So there's a huge difference between new construction supply and pre-owned supply. What about the previous month?
And previous months even we had more, it was 9 months and 0.5 months supply for the pre-owned home, and total 2.7 months. Therefore, in total, we have 7.41% increase.
But I don't understand those numbers when you tell me those numbers. So you'd say, okay, it sounds like a lot, but it's a lot of new construction.
Exactly.
Okay, when we look at the mean home value, what does mean?
Means is the average one.
So it's weighted.
Weighted, yes.
So it's not just looking at the mansions and having that kind of skew all the numbers. So median home value in Ayden was $177,483 this month, which was a change of what?
Change of 8.8% from last year, and also previous months we had $175,342.
And what about last year?
And last year was $164,967.
Now let's talk about the rent. What is, if you're in Ayden and you're renting, the average median rent for all rents in Ayden is $1,100. This is an increase of $150 a month. So again, I want to point out that it's a very hot market. Rents have just increased dramatically in Ayden, and so if you're on the edge of should I buy or should I rent, the answer is you should buy. That way nobody can ever do that to you.
Therefore, the short to our question in the beginning video, definitely houses appreciated. From last month to this month, we had over $2,000 appreciation for the house, and for the last year, 8.8%. That means that we need a smart timing, no?
Right. So, I mean, okay. So if you're looking at new construction, maybe you do have some time on your hands because you can say, oh, should I buy this new construction, this new construction? The chances are more in your favor that way. However, I mean, houses sell every single day. So just be smart about it with your thinking new. If you're thinking pre-owned, it's still very important to get pre-approved for a home because you really need to know what your numbers are, what you can, which then brings us to the next point, which is value comparison. So once you have your number, you can see which one is going to work for you. If you can afford the new, what is that going to do?
Exactly, so because we said that is $194 respect to the pre-owned one.
But finding the $194 that's in decent shape in Ayden is going to be a difficult task for us, right? Let's be honest.
$194 is a brand new construction.
In Ayden?
Yes, and $132 we were talking about the pre-owned single home.
No, I'm sorry. He's talking about price per square foot. I was just talking about and thinking about big numbers like $200,000.
No.
Okay, so I understood our difference there. So next time, if you are going to be in new construction, there are deals in some builders, but you should be thinking still act quickly, which is why you need to know what your number is that you can afford.
And if you are really a fan of having a big land, that is one of the places actually that you can find a home, that you get a bigger lot of acres respect to the places in Greenville or Wienerville for the brand new homes. And what is the next things that you wanted to talk about?
Well, I just want to point out that the value of homes has increased in Ayden by over 8%. So if you lock in your mortgage, you're locking in all of that future appreciation in your favor, especially when you have that issue with the rent. What's going on with rent?
Exactly. The rent, as we said, month over month actually increased 150. Therefore, make sure that you explore all of your options. If you're paying $1,100 per month and your your monthly payment still is increasing by your landlord, definitely look at the option that how you can be a homeowner.
Right, now let's talk about if you're a home seller really quickly. If you're a home seller in Ayden, you have to make sure that your home is still appreciating in value. You're not making the house dirty and not look good. You want to make sure that you are keeping the house up to date, making sure that you're maintaining value, you're fixing the house that needs repairs, you're keeping it in good condition like you do so you can make sure that you're getting that appreciation effect.
Exactly, and then competitive pricing is very important. Although the market is appreciated, you need to make sure that you basically have the grasp of the concept of how much your house value based off the updates and the condition of your house.
And now I told you earlier, a lot of pre-owned homes are not in the market. A lot of people are going to want a pre-owned home. You already have that maintenance. You've already made it look beautiful outside. You've already taken care of the garden. So a lot of people look for this type of situation because it's already established communities. Make sure you understand there is still a demand for previously owned homes, 100%. Many people want it, but your house has to make sense financially and economically for someone to choose your house. So make sure that you are making sure you're not over competing.
And I hope this video and
you
podcast
forgot to
was
talk
useful.
about staging.
And staging, I'm sorry.
Last thing I want to point out is we go back to the beginning. We talk about fixing repairs. We also have to make it look clean. Nobody wants to see your laundry when they're coming to look at your house. If they're just going to think laundry, the house is dirty, I don't want this house. Even though that has nothing to do with the house, we want to make sure that we are staging this house gorgeous, and we're happy to talk to you more in detail if you are looking to sell your home in Ayden.
Don't forget to call us at 252-327-3357 if you are home buyers or home sellers in town and out of the town, and subscribe in our channel to support our channel. Thank you.